Let's imagine something here. You recording for the very first time on your camera. And you're motivated, you're excited, you're feeling energized by the message you're gonna put out there in the world. So much more excited that you're not planning much. You just know that everything is gonna be in your mind, so you don't need to even think about having to write anything before even being on camera. So all those feelings, all those excitement lead you to just be like, I'm gonna be ready the day that I'm gonna have that camera on and I'm gonna be able to say everything that I want to say. You getting to not plan anything at all. So when comes the time to actually be in front of the camera, the mind goes blank. You don't know what to say. You're panicking like there's somebody that just came and stole everything that was in your brain, right? Like you are not meant to be on the camera. So you got two options here. You either give it up altogether, and everybody else is a natural at it, except for you. You know what? You might be totally wrong, and I'm gonna prove to you here now the truth behind you not feeling confident on camera or just having that mind being just blank altogether. Hello people, welcome back to my channel. Salut les amis, bienvenue et bon retour sur ma chaîne. Hola, bienvenue à mi canal. Konnichiwa, watashi no channel ni yokoso. I hope you're doing fine today. This is another day, another week, and another video of me on top of being a new year. So, Happy New Year to everybody. Officially here, it's 2021. I was a little bit absent from the last weeks, but you know what? I'm back and I'm having a lot more content and a couple of changes, but it's not the subject today. Any kind of blank or being in front of the camera just leads you to panic even more. I have my scripting template that is a totally free copy for you to have, step-by-step process for you to be able to feel a lot more confident what to say, how to say it, and how to actually plan it. So if you're interested in it, everything is going to be linked down below. I've started YouTube, I would say a couple of years ago, and I've navigated through the whole algorithm, journey, videos, camera, on top of me not being able to speak English very much because it's not my first language, right? So I had to build up the confidence on camera. I know what to say every single time. I had to practice it. I had to really build up that, I would say, strength to be able to be confident even though speaking English is just not natural. On top of my accent that I can't get rid of, I'm really gonna go through the mindset of somebody that actually starting to be on camera and panics about it or just feeling all blank because of it. So everybody wanted to learn more from videos and more so being able to help you, guide you through your own, I would say, struggle, being more sane and having that confidence to be able to show up for everybody else. But it starts with you. Through here, everything that you're reading, everything that you're learning can be a way of running yourself. Let me explain. When you get to be in front of the camera, when you get to learn a lot of stuff or read a lot of stuff, or you have that feeling that you need to learn a lot for you to be able to talk about something or to talk about a subject here. And we can come down to you being perfectionist. We can get to you feeling like you need to be way too smart. You feel like you have nothing to share or you have nothing valuable to share. Big deal for a lot of women. We need to feel like we are way too strong, we are way too smart for people. We need to show that we actually are a lot more than what we actually are.
We cling to memories as if they define us. But what we do defines us. My ghost survived to remind the next of us that humanity is our virtue.
And sometimes because you want to catch up on that or you want to make up for it, you're gonna read a ton of books, you're gonna read a lot of articles, and sometimes you're gonna watch a ton of videos to share it with the world with your own voice. The thing here is that the more you're gonna do it, the more you're gonna panic to the idea of being in front of the camera because you're gonna have a massive crisis. It's because the brain here wants to be authentic, and if you're somebody that already have that, I would say, authenticity in you, where your priority is to be a lot more authentic and not this copy of anybody else out there, brain is not going to be able to accept you being too much like everybody else and a lot less like yourself. You have nothing to share or you feel like you have nothing to say. Not part of you, or if those things are not part of your voice, or if you try to phrase them in a way that other people would phrase them and not necessarily you, the brain is going to go into a crisis. Balance everything that you're going to learn from everybody else into a way to use your own voice and make it in a way that is authentic to you. If I need to talk about how to feel confident on camera, we can take a lot of angles when it comes to that. To make money, how to feel confident on camera to be a lot more creative, be confident on camera to build a financial business or something a lot more specific. What is your angle and where do you want to come from with that? You need to ask yourself why you even want to talk about it, you know, and where are you coming from with it, because the most important thing here is not only to share the value, but share a value that is still related to you. All those crises here are gonna lead you to feel like you have nothing in the brain to be able to share anything. Go back to the basics. What is it for you that is important in anything that you're going to be talking about? And I'm talking here about talking with your own soul, with your own voice, to create and build up that voice for you and make it authentic for you. And no matter how trendy the topic is, if you are not able to talk about it with your own voice, you're always going to have those crisis moments. And there's no way to be perfect out there. The only way to be perfect is to be you. Second reason here is for you to not be prepared enough. It's for you to prepare what you're actually gonna be saying. Being a creative, sometimes you want to get straight up to the creation. You want to go straight up to the content creation. I'm a creative myself, and let me tell you that for me to be able to prepare anything, that's the boring part. Preparing any type of presentation or oral presentation, because I used to do that when I was at university. On top of me being shy, introverted, for me it was really hard to go and straight up talking about something and make it natural for me, because even the idea of being in 100,000 of people or even people at all made me feel sick to my stomach. Literally, prepare myself a lot more. When you know your weakness and what to actually work the most, I would be good, I would be great, because I prepare that a lot. I have my video structure template, so everything is gonna be down below available for you, so definitely get your hands on that. The third reason why you might not feeling confident on camera is because there's that comparison syndrome. I talked a bit about it before, but when you get to be online and see everything that everybody's doing, you get to compare yourself a lot more. You get to be in a way where you feel yourself inferior to what everybody does or how everybody is on social media. And that comes down to you looking a certain way, that comes to you talking a certain way, having an accent here. I talk about my own experience, obviously. Positioning yourself a certain way, going up a certain way that could be different from other people out there who may be one of the few that actually don't see the same thing. You might feel like maybe there's something wrong with you. Not necessarily with everybody else, but with you first. It comes down to you comparing yourself a lot with other people, especially when you guys don't necessarily agree on certain things. So we get to feel a lot more down. We get to feel a lot more different, and we get to actually hide ourselves even more, because we are different, we look different, or we sound different, or we feel like we're different, or we feel like we have something else to offer that not necessarily is related to money, for example. When we get to talk about, let's say, financial freedom, not everybody is going to be talking about it, and not everybody is going to be talking about it the same way. And what about that? What about those little things that you can be saying that could be different from everybody else, that actually can bring something a lot more valuable, you know? And that's where I find it really sad for people not being able to feel confident on the camera, because they can't communicate something that could be really helpful for a lot of people out there. Having your authentic voice here out there is super important, especially right now, today, at this moment. Don't make it about you, but about other people that you know you can help even more. Keeping that authenticity that only you have, like everybody else, but in a different way. And not because you're not gonna see some people struggle that are actually they are not struggling, because on social media we can share a lot of things, but not everybody is gonna be open to share the struggles. Even here, I still think it's a part of me, and I still decide to share whatever I want to share, you know. So you need to make it a choice for you as well, and not feel like you need to be sharing everything because everybody is sharing that. Another reason is for you to not want to be seen, and that comes down to not feeling confident into your own skills. And that's a bit related to a lot of things that I said before. By hiding it even more, you're not even working on those skills to be able to be the best version that you can ever be on this planet. Everybody here has something to bring. Come up with your own way of showing up. Now, what to do to fix that? What to do to actually be confident on camera? Create a routine around everything that you're doing in front of the camera. If it feels overwhelming for you, if the camera feels like something daunting for you, it's about bringing some positive vibe around everything regarding it. So if you need to film at a certain time, schedule something, schedule a moment for you to be on camera, create something before that actually feels good to you, and then you get in front of the camera. Get to have a lot of high energy activities such as dancing, going to the gym, for example, doing everything that actually keeps you in movement, having a lot more vibe and a lot more hype, I would say. Not in a crazy way, but a lot more hype. The second thing I would always say, prepare your moment to be on camera. When you're not prepared, you're not even giving a chance to your brain to show what it can do. Know how much the brain here can be strong, powerful enough for you to make you say things where at the end you're just like, did I really say that? Is it me? Did I say that? And that comes down to you preparing, because when I say bullet points, it's because when you have your bullet points, you go with everything that your mind is gonna get you to say. When you get to write on everything, it makes everything be a little bit more robotic. The best way to have the script and make it really good on videos is to be able to translate everything that's going to be saying to something that is a part of you, that is actually natural for you, and that we actually can bring to another level. That is the power of storytelling. Everybody can be saying the same thing as you, but the way that you're going to be saying it is going to make you stand out even more. And because the point here is to stand out even more, but being yourself and yourself only, obviously, is for you to prepare everything, but to keep that room for you to have your own voice. The problem, what you're trying to solve through the video, what are the main tips or what are the main things you can be saying about it. And talk about something that makes you feel good. Make them talk about something that makes them feel good about themselves. You don't have to start with, let's say, how to make money with Instagram or anything related to that if you're not even ready to be in front of the camera. It could be you believing in God and having that faith and really bringing people together because of that. Whatever you feel that feels good for you to share, do it first. Till you feel confident enough to talk about it and then to start reading about anything else. Practice, and practice to the point of just knowing it by heart, and when you wake up in the morning, you know what you're going to be saying. You know it by heart. You know it like it was a second nature for you. You make it fluid. Even if you have your own perspective, you have your own angle, the more you're going to be saying it, the more ideas are going to actually come. Actually, a lot to say. Which leads me to my other tips. Make a draft. Make a draft of everything that you're going to be saying. Journal it. Record it, anything that you're going to be doing before even being in front of the camera, and write everything that goes through your mind. Don't filter it, because that space is for you and you only. You don't need to share it unless you want to share it. Don't do anything about it, but making it a point where the more you're going to be writing it down, the more ideas are going to come. And I'm telling you, the more ideas are going to come. This is why my video script structure template is available for a lot of people, and it's totally free down below, and you're going to be able to really kill it, crush it, being on videos. I hope it was useful for you, because that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to see you for my next video. Until then, check out my Instagram. There's a lot of things happening there. I love sharing a lot more, and on a daily basis, you're going to be able to see my behind the scenes. Rush this video with a like. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more. We're gonna be talking about the mindset. For me, it's more so helping people find a purpose and communicate it better on camera. And I definitely believe that videos getting a lot more popular and a lot more. It's all about being authentic. It's all about being genuine. It's all about having that voice and having that genuine voice for you to be able to share it with the world. And I want to be focusing on that for this year. I want to be able to bring you the tools to be able to be a lot more confident, to be able to really align with yourself and really find that path that is true for you. And this is going to be a channel for it. So expect a lot more confidence boost and a lot of behind the scenes combined to a lot of tech reviews and a lot of things like that. So if you are from that vibe, if you want to see more, you know what to do. And I'm gonna see you for my next video. Until then, like I say all the time, smile because it's free and contagious in a good way. Bye.